No sodas. You can't get coffee creamer. Can't even get ice cream. That's wrong. Somebody needs to do something about this.
The 3 foods and drinks mentioned there are not essential for survival, and they don't really form part of a balanced or healthy diet. If someone wants to make changes to their lifestyle or eating habits, that is something they can work on personally at their own pace. But moving on, today we're diving into some of the most surprising and intense recent clips circulating online. And you definitely won't want to miss a single moment of what's coming next.
They trying to starve us to death. I just got some bad news, y'all. The U.S. just voted against food as a human right. They out here preaching freedom and democracy while telling the world that basic survival is optional. What the fuck is really going on? Nah, that's not right. And you can't call yourself the land of the free if you out here denying people food. Where they do that at? Like, y'all have money for bombs and billionaires and fucking bailouts, but not for basic dignity? I'm not understanding. This system is starving.
The U.S. isn't rejecting food as a basic need. The point being made is about funding limits. They're saying full subsidies can't continue indefinitely at the same level, so changes are needed. In short, more responsibility may shift back to individuals when it comes to paying for their own food.
A Snicker bar, along with my ground beef. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. You take the snacks out, lower down the healthy foods.
I had my dad. So.
Then we call it even. I should keep it the way it is. You like snacks?
Yeah.
Baby likes snacks.
Reporters say it pushes healthier choices for families.
It's about nutrition, and there's no nutrition in these products. We shouldn't be paying for them with taxpayer money.
Now I'm being told what I can buy and what I can't buy, and I don't think that's right. I couldn't even get Arizona V8 juice or Welch's juice with my food stamp. No sodas. You can't get coffee creamer. You can't even get ice cream. That's wrong. What am I to do? I know it's affecting everybody. I eat healthy. I love my fruit. I love my sweets. I feel like we should be able to choose. Because all food is healthy. It's whether or not you indulge.
Not all food choices are equally healthy. Treats like candy or ice cream are fine occasionally, but they shouldn't make up most of what's being purchased with food assistance. The idea is balance, buying mainly essential, nutritious foods, with sweets kept as an occasional extra.
Junk food off of EBT, where if you use EBT, you can't buy chips, soda, and all of the junk food. And the interesting part about that is they're saying that these people who buy those types of things with EBT, they're losing weight, and the corporations that manufacture and they make all the junk food, they're having a hard time selling it. So they're gonna bring the prices down on sodas, chips, all of the junk food that is no longer supported on EBT. Meaning they priced gouged Americans because that was basically a government-funded junk food situation. The interesting thing about that, when they bring these prices down on chips, soda, all of the junk food, because nobody's buying it, they can do the same thing with meat. They can do the same thing with everything else. But because there's free money basically in the system, they're going to leave the other stuff high, and they're going to bring down the price of junk food so that maybe working Americans will buy it. I'm out.
It wouldn't be surprising if junk food purchases dropped after restrictions on food assistance use for those items. At the same time, rising costs and tighter budgets also push people to cut back on non-essential foods, so any decline would likely reflect both policy changes and current economic conditions.
Y'all, all you can get to drink now with your food stamps is water. Not eligible. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. What am I gonna drink now? Not eligible. What is going on, man? What we supposed to drink now? Not eligible. Not eligible. All they're giving us is water, guys. I'm at HEB right now, and you can't get nothing to drink besides water. What's going on?
Instead of reaching for sugary drinks like lemonade, fruit-flavored beverages, or heavily sweetened iced teas, a simpler option like water is usually the healthier choice. Water doesn't add extra sugar or unnecessary calories, and it helps the body stay properly hydrated without the downsides that come with sugary drinks. Choosing it more often can be a small but meaningful step toward a healthier daily routine.
Because I do not accept EBT. They have a big sign. Well, not a big sign, but a little sign there on the door. I recorded it. And then inside, when you're going to go pay as well for your snacks with your money, guess what? Another sign there. I mean, like, you don't have to rub it in. I understand you already had the sign outside. You don't have to continue rubbing it in. That you do not accept EBT. Okay? You don't have to rub it in. I cannot believe that everywhere in America, and we're in 2025, and everyone and their mother accepts EBT. And I come here to get a few snacks, and to take it to work, and you don't have EBT. So, what am I supposed to do now? Oh, take it out of my pocket. Unbelievable. Now I had to pay out of my pocket for my snacks instead of EBT. Unbelievable. Look at the signs. I recorded it. I guess I can't shop here because no EBT accepted here. Thank you, Shell. Wow. The reminder.
Gas stations usually charge higher prices on snacks and drinks because that's where they make most of their profit, not just from fuel. For that reason, the same items are often much cheaper at grocery stores, so if saving money is the goal, buying from a supermarket usually makes more sense.
What about is how people that utilize EBT or SNAP choose to spend their money and what foods they tend to buy. And I'm just trying to figure out why you always have these people that are just so happy, so gung-ho about what other people are putting in their grocery carts as if you're going to have to go to their house and eat this. But come April 20th, there's going to be a restriction on what you can buy in the state of Florida. So what you mean to tell me is that a majority of y'all are happy about the fact that a mother can go to the grocery store for her kids, get a cart full of nutritional stuff, but she can't purchase herself a soda or a Snickers? That's wild. And the comments of this post, they just baffle me. Like one person had commented and said, oh yeah, because families who rely on SNAP don't deserve a container of cupcakes or a candy bar, whatever. And then this replied back and said, absolutely, junk food is a luxury. All right, first of all, let me go ahead and correct you.
This issue likely wouldn't stand out as much if spending stayed mostly focused on essential groceries. Concerns come up when some purchases are heavily made up of low nutrition foods, which then sparks debate about food assistance use. Still, occasional treats like soda or ice cream are common and not unusual. Overall, the discussion is usually about encouraging more balanced food choices.
Peaches, Welch juices, got 2 cases of these, a box of Sam grain chips. They got these chips, cinnamon toast crunch, powdered donuts,
Powdered donuts. They're garbage, everything. You bought potato chips and donuts on EBT.
Fruity Pebbles.
Hey, teach that girl to chew it on mouth closed. The hell's wrong with you people? Okay.
Croissants.
What she say, croissants? Croissants. We was on food stamps, but my mom was so embarrassed. We all were. So when mama would pay for the food, she would have us blocked behind us and in front and on the sides. All of us gather around so nobody could see what my mom was playing with. But now in 2025, you got people openly posting TikTok videos bragging about it.
Some Gushers.
Gushers?
Rice Krispie treat.
Man, I see why y'all look like some fat hogs already. This is crazy what she's teaching her kids. Yeah. Gushers.
I seen these going over Facebook. So, yeah. I had to get them.
Why do you think these people got diabetes? Yeah. You got your blood sugar high 24/7.
That grocery haul didn't seem to include any clearly nutritious foods, which raised concerns about the choices being made. The spending mentioned, around $12,000 in assistance plus a $1,500 haul, also sounds very high. Overall, it's the scale and lack of balance that tends to draw attention in situations like this.
About the food stamps with the cold drinks, the junk food, and the energy drinks. About the Go get me some chips right quick. Hold up, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get them, Father. I'm about to get them.
No.
Food stamp.
No.
Huh? No. What you mean? Wait, no, you can't tell me, and what you telling me no food stamps? I can't get. No.
Chips, candy, and soda are usually considered junk food because they don't offer much nutrition. That's why they're often included in restriction discussions. A simpler alternative is making food at home from basic ingredients like potatoes.
There's so much about what folks on food stamps buy. The entire purpose of the SNAP program was to make sure that everybody has access to food. So who cares if they're using a portion of those dollars to buy snacks or juices? Kids love snack and juices. Adults love snack and juices. So why should they not have access to those things too? And let's be real, a lot of people live in food deserts. They may not have access to those grocery stores that have affordable and nutritious food sources. And there may not be a reliable transportation source to get them from their neighborhood to the grocery stores and then back to their neighborhoods. So what they may have access to quickly get food is those corner stores and gas stations. And what do corner stores and gas stations usually have? A lot of junk foods.
It's less about people watching what others buy and more about where the funding comes from. Because these programs are publicly funded, some people feel concerned when they see money spent mostly on low nutrition foods. That's what often drives debate around how the system should be used.
Weeks of SNAP benefits. Y'all, we are about to be passing out packs of chicken in exchange for Little Debbie snack cakes. I promise y'all it'll be worth it. I'm gonna get y'all the organic, grass-fed chicken.
Having sweets occasionally is fine, but regular meals should focus more on nutritious foods. Choosing more filling protein-based options is usually better than relying on processed snacks. The main idea is balance, treats in moderation, healthier foods most of the time.
Banning the purchase of chips, soda, junk food basically with EBT. Mind you, the price for single ingredients for one meal will run you anywhere from $60 to $80. 60 is being generous. So I don't see, one, why that was any of their business, and two, why would they do such a thing when inflation is at an all-time high right now? And what about those people who don't have access?
What the hell is she talking about? Inflation is not at an all-time high. Inflation actually is going down even more than ever before. Like, there's so much misinformation inside of this video, but I'm going to play it over from the beginning. I always like to give credit to the content creator, so that link is going to be down in the description. You can tap into that if you want to rock out with her, because I always like to make sure that I give credit to the content creators. It's the right thing to do. The second thing, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Also, Tej Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Rock out with Tej. It is a phenomenal product, but so much misinformation. What do you mean junk food? If Texas is banning junk food, then that's not a bad thing. Secondly, if you're asking whose business in it is it, it's the taxpayers, because they're the ones that you're using funds from in order to justify the spending habits. And so you should just be thankful that you're getting anything at all. And then third, when she's saying inflation isn't all that, people just be talking. But I want to get the full context, so I'm automatically going to go ahead and rock out from the beginning of this, and we're going to get into it. EBT snack ban. That's the name of the video.
The state of Texas is banning the purchase of chips, soda, junk food basically with EBT. Mind you,
banning junk food is a good thing. Probably need to create more nutritious meals for our children. And why can't y'all cook?
The price for single ingredients for one meal will run you anywhere from $60 to $80.
That's not true. It's always easier to cook at home, and you can cook meals for the whole week, or you can cook multiple different meals in which you can still have leftovers instead of just having one thing.
60 is being generous. So I don't see, one, why that was any of their business, and two, why would they do such a thing when inflation is at an all-time high right now? And what about those people who don't have access to a home that can, cook and stuff like that? Like, it just don't make sense to me, but hey, I guess we just gotta let them do what they do. Don't be
I see a lot of people, a lot of women, and this is since like as early as I can remember, as soon as I opened up my eyes and I was able to walk back and forth to the gas station or the corner store by myself. I've always known and seen women sell their food stamps and whatever their government assistance is at penny.
She mentioned that ingredients for one meal could cost around $60 to $80, which is quite high for a typical home-cooked dish. That kind of number naturally raises questions about what exactly is being prepared. And there's still one final clip coming up that you won't want to miss.
And according to them, as I went to go purchase these croissants off of the shelf, you can no longer purchase them with your EBT card because it's pre-baked.
Wait a second, these new regulations are gonna make it where people are gonna actually have to cook food if it's being funded by hardworking taxpayers?
So anything pre-baked, sodas, granola, and they want you to start baking from scratch. If you ain't baking from scratch, you ain't eating anymore. Because all these pre-made things that you could get, pre-made croissants, pre-made muffins, pre-made chicken, whatever, even if it's cold because you can't buy hot, you ain't eating if it's pre-made. So those TV dinners and all that, you ain't gonna be eating unless you getting some flour, sugar, milk, baking soda, and whipping it up together and rolling it out on a pan. So you best better be Betty Crocker coming around the corner and start learning some stuff, because you ain't gonna be.
Food assistance usually doesn't cover restaurant meals or ready-to-eat hot food. The idea is that groceries are more cost-effective since prepared food includes extra service charges. That's why the focus is mainly on buying ingredients instead of dining out.